Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because somewhere around the world that's truly what time it is. I want to thank everybody for being in here, waiting in the chat. I wanted to make sure that the chat picked itself up just a little bit, just a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I seen some activity well within the chat. I want to thank everyone for being here. Today's show, we will be discussing the faces of California, the people who ran California for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades, and the only thing they've done is fuck California up. But before I start opening my mouth and get into the cussing, let me do this.
Please be mindful this show is for 18 years of age and older. All copyright laws will be respected, but this show is intended to use the Fair Use Act of it. Thank you very much. Please do remember that the New Right Party channel and the New Red Party show is sponsored by patriots like you. And as long as you're sending these donations, it allows me to create the content that will continue to make these motherfuckers sick. As you were.
Is the family and my family entertainment and his team no sleep. Flossy high and yeah we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it. This is the family and my family entertainment and his team no sleep. Flossy high and yeah we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it.
CEO, bullshit, paying for the pussy, I endorse it, riding through the city, that's my off.
Please do remember that the New Right Party...
Oh man, I gotta put everything together so I don't have to stop clicking through the scenes. I can just have that flow, let it make the proper transition. I gotta get on that too. It's a lot of things I gotta get my hands wrapped around and on. Anyone going to follow my accounts and you don't have any pictures posted, and this is what I mean on Instagram. You don't have any pictures posted. If you have one picture posted, if your account shows that you are not an active account, I will be removing you from following me, because I am tired of trolls and people making fake accounts so they can try to have my account removed. The hate is real out here, and people. It's not even like a group of people. It's just angry white liberals who are upset, really don't want the truth out, trying to find any excuse they can to try to remove the account. Shout out to Glenn. Shout out to Uber Guy, my guy in the building. All right, Uber. So we got the faces of California, the people who have been robbing California blind. Shout out to InfoWars for, of course, doing the investigative reporting. I wanted to go to the essence of to where a lot of our red pill started. So I decided to, instead of doing the show myself and finding the people, putting them together, and just doing it, just dealing with the information that InfoWars has presented. We know that they're investigative journalist reporting is always on point and as factual as possible. And I just wanted to get there today. I wanted to go there today. Shout out to Annie L. Shout out to Activist Granny, who was the first person in the building. We got a few other people I seen. We got Gerard. We got MJ. We got Master M. And Daryl Miller was the second person in the building, actually, 71 that I saw. Yeah. Shout out to everyone in the building. Let me go on Instagram real quick and tell people I'm live. Yeah, folks, we got a good show today. We're going to do a lot of exposing of the criminals that's currently running California. Yeah, I know everybody. I told you I know Doggy Diamonds. Me and Doggy Diamonds just finished talking, so hopefully I'll have Doggy on the show soon. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. Uber guy, New York, that's my city. Uber guy. I told you, boy, that's my city, boy. Hey, yo, I'm live right now. Right now. You go in YouTube, you type in the New Right Party, and you make sure you check in. If you're from California and you want to know who's been fucking up the state of California, who's responsible for it, make sure you go into YouTube right now and type in the New Right Party. I am live right now. Go in there. Go check out the show. You won't see the green screen. You'll see me in the Oval Office. Make sure you tune in. All right. It's the kid in the building. We are here. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down a lot, man. There's a lot going on. Okie dokie. We got a lot going on. A lot going on. I had an issue with InfoWars. And I love InfoWars. I still love Owen Schreier. That's my brother. I love him to death. A real patriot, but we had a disagreement, and I stand firm on on my beliefs, and I can't backtrack that. So I won't be able to backtrack that. Maybe on one particular person, on Brandon Strucker. You know, maybe I could let up on Brandon Strucker. He's doing a lot more good than he's doing harm. I can't, stay upset with him at all, especially when Candace and everybody else is not upset with him. So I don't have any issues with Brandon Strucker. My issue still resides with this fraud named Kevin Martin. He's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. So, I don't want to give him any energy or talk about him, but he's still a fraud. And that's the one thing that I can't, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I openly do give Owen an apology, though. Maybe I should have handled it a little bit better, but I just don't think that I don't think that it was handled on his side as well. So maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll figure it out. But yeah, I know that I'm an InfoWars warrior. I love the platform. I would give my life for Alex Jones. I always give credit to my red pilling to Alex Jones. Alex Jones has given me my red pill. And he's given a lot of black people their red pills. And people don't actually want to give him the credit and the respect that's due, but he's the godfather of the red pill. But before we lose he was bullied in the Philly suburbs. He probably was. He's a fucking sucker. He's a straight sucker. Straight little sucker. And what he does is he tries to he wants me to say things so he can try to get it to the White House. It's the same dude who didn't want me to go last time to the White House. Thought that if he would tell the State Department that I tried to kill him, I was going to get removed off the list. Didn't realize that you're not going to be able to do that. Let me get into this, though.
Pat Brown's father, Edmund Joseph Brown, was known for running scams and gambling operations in San Francisco. With the help of businessman William Newsom II, Pat Brown became governor of California for 2 terms. During his governorship, he awarded the Squaw Valley concession contract to William Newsom III and his partner, John Pelosi. The deal was criticized for the state of California paying for everything and getting nothing. William Newsom III grew up with the governor's son, Jerry, who was training to be a Jesuit priest. John Pelosi's son, Paul, married Nancy D'Alessandro, daughter of Thomas D'Alessandro Jr., who was known for smuggling heroin into the U.S. with Lucky Luciano and the Baltimore Mafia. John Pelosi's son, Ron, married William Newsom's daughter, Barbara. Over ongoing disputes about the Squaw Valley concession,
all right, let's bring that back so you can see how the family ties. Let's bring it back.
Nancy D'Alessandro,
let's bring it back.
Getting nothing. William Newsom III grew up with the governor's son, Jerry, who was training to be a Jesuit priest. John Pelosi's son, Paul, married Nancy D'Alessandro.
Do you understand?
Daughter of Thomas D'Alessandro Jr., who was known for smuggling heroin into the U.S. with Lucky Luciano and the Baltimore Mafia. John Pelosi's son, Ron, married William Newsom's daughter, Barbara. Over ongoing disputes about the Squaw Valley concession, William Newsom Sr. threatened to hurt the governor politically, just as Governor Brown was running for a 3rd term against Ronald Reagan. He lost. But 8 years later, the former governor's Jesuit son, Jerry, reclaimed the governorship in 1974. He appointed William Newsom III to a Placer County judgeship in 1975, and 3 years later to the State Court of Appeal. William Newsom was an attorney for oil magnate J. Paul Getty, named in the 1966 Guinness Book of World Records as the world's richest private citizen. And while serving on the appellate bench in the 1980s, he helped Getty's son, Gordon, secure a change in state trust law that allowed him to claim his share of a multi-heir trust. After Newsom retired from the bench, he became administrator of the Getty Trust and provided seed money for his son Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi's nephew, to start a plump jack business that led to a career in San Francisco politics as mayor of San Francisco and lieutenant governor of the state of California. Gavin Newsom was informally adopted by the Gettys after his parents divorced, and recently succeeded family friend Jerry Brown to be the current governor of California. For 80 years, these 4 families have ruled over the state of California politically. And with the help of Kamala Harris, Maxine Waters, Adam Schiff, and Dianne Feinstein, California's uncontrollable state government spending has amounted to over $2 trillion in debt and the highest tax rates in the country. The homelessness population is on the rise so much that a typhus outbreak has reached epidemic levels. Thousands of needles from illicit drugs litter the streets. They have made California a sanctuary state. They have been steadily chiseling away. Thousands of needles from illicit drugs
I want you to see something.
litter the streets.
Official sanctuary state. Felons, illegals, and MS-13 welcome.
They have made California a sanctuary state. They have been steadily chiseling away.
With gun confiscation, banned concealed weapons on school premises, petition regulating ammunition sales, rules governing large capacity magazines, open carry ban, hate crime gun ban, ban firearms on school grounds.
at the Second Amendment.
Gun confiscations has already started in California.
They have passed laws for mandatory vaccinations.
Eliminates vaccination exemptions. Require all children entering kindergarten to be vaccinated. Requires daycare providers to be vaccinated.
And they continue to aggressively oppose our president on every front. On October 1st, 2016, right before Donald Trump won the election, President Obama transferred full control of the internet from the U.S. government to an independent California nonprofit organization.
The president needs to step in right now and declare a national emergency, and he needs to make sure that he takes back the internet. That's first and foremost. This is what's giving these individuals the right to find you where you are, to steal your information, to profit off of selling your information to other corporations, and also censor you when you don't say the things that they want you to say. This is truly the issue of the censorship. It's because it's no longer in the hands of the government, which is supposed to protect you and protect the citizens and their information. It's an open source to these individuals that you currently see on the screen behind me. Let me see. 2, 4, let me see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. It's exclusively in the hands of 24 individuals who, of course, have staff under them. These individuals here, I don't see anyone in here who's black, first and foremost. I don't see one black person standing there right now. Not one. Not one. The individuals standing there right now are all liberals, white liberals. You got a Chinese liberal in there. You have an Arab liberal in there. A Hispanic female, it appears to be. I could be wrong, but she's a liberal. But everyone else is just white liberals. White liberals. The only racist people on this planet are white liberals. I just finished watching a woman, and she just claimed her prejudice. Although she was wrong about the facts in the Huffington Post case with the kids from D.C. because she said that the young man was standing his ground as a buffer. He actually wasn't. The Native American chief approached them. He approached the young man and started playing his drum in the young man's face. And the young man, instead of saying anything to him, decided to stay there and just smile. Because when you smile at someone, that's the least threatening thing someone can do. To have your hands to your side and smile. For them to think that this young man in any way met any malice because he stood there with his hands down to his side and he's smiling, it goes to show you just how fucking crazy these liberals are. It does. I offered the young lady a chance to come on the show. I'm going to touch on what she said real quick. What she said real quick. And I'm not going to attack her. I actually want to come on. I actually would like to have her on the show so I can red pill the shit out of her. That's why. She needs a dose of this red pill. And after I'm done talking to her, I'll have her ass doing her shows talking about how good of a job Donald Trump is doing, and I'll open her eyes to a lot of things, because the people who consider themselves pro-black are usually just angry black people who are upset, but they're not actually pointing out who the offenders are. They're making it broad and they're blaming it on people that the offenders are telling them to blame. It's basic mind control.
In a cyber war scenario, the U.S. government may not have control over the internet. Even if it secures military and government domains and IP addresses, the targets in cyber warfare are likely to be civilian, and the U.S. government requires private sector infrastructure to operate. Since the internet underpins our computer systems, electrical grids, communication systems, and other critical infrastructure, our entire civilian society could be at risk. Who controls California? Who controls the four families? What is a republic? For newswars.com, this is Greg Reese.
As I've said it many times on this show, people used to go to California to become rich. And now people are finding themselves going to California and becoming poor. People are in California and they're becoming poor. They're losing everything that they had. They're losing everything. They're losing everything. Everything.
You know, I'm over here judging people more so, not about.
This sister's name is My 2 Cents. I don't know what her name is. Maybe she'll say it again. And hopefully, before she starts to put her 2 cents into shit, she'll actually do what she said in this video, and she'll start to look at all sides and retain all information before she starts to regurgitate shit that's absolutely false and makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And sister, if you're mad at me because I'm talking the way I'm talking, then you need to toughen that fucking skin of yours. And I hope to have you on the show, because sisters like you that have this platform, how many subscribers she has? She doesn't point out her subscribers. She doesn't allow you to see her subscribers. So I would take that to think maybe she doesn't have more subscribers than I have. And they're not censoring her like they're censoring me. It's the reason why she can have 71,000 views on this video, and I can't get 70,000 views on my videos anymore because they're censoring the shit out of this platform. But let me go ahead and let this sister get in here. Let her talk.
What's up, y'all? Candy Girl here with my 2 cents.
Okay, she calls herself Candy Girl. Sis, when you come on this show, if you come on this platform, I'm going to need to know who you are, what your name is. And I want to know what your name is. You're already putting your face out there. If you have a Facebook, more than likely your name is on your Facebook. So when you come on the show, introduce yourself.
I'm Jesse Smollett. And more so, not about him, it's about me. And I'm just going to put that out there immediately. This is not a full recap on the whole situation, but more so of analysis on my own heart and how I have realized some things about myself. And I'm hoping that other people will take some time to think about this.
Meaning she hopes that the black people who are watching her program stops with the I'm fake woke shit and actually start to look at all the information instead of hearing one thing and running with it and then making that shit the truth out the Bible.
Themselves as well. So basically, Jesse Smollett alleged that 2 white men with ski masks approached him, called him racial slurs, homophobic slurs, said this is MAGA country, beat him, threw bleach on him, hung a rope around his neck as if it was a noose. Now information is coming out that the evidence is showing that these were not 2 white men. They were actually 2 Nigerian men who actually worked on the same show that Jesse Smollett is the 3rd lead actor in. So in other words, these were extras on the show that he follows on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. So he knows about them. He knows them. He's, just because you're an extra on the show doesn't mean that you get to see all of the stars on the show, but there's some familiarity between them. So come to find out, 2 Nigerian men who were extras on the show, and not only that, but they have been seen on security cameras buying ski masks and the like that were used in the actual incident. Now, I'm going to say that because of the information that's coming out, I have learned that I cannot make a gut reaction judgment on what actually happened until all the facts come out. That's number 1. Wait until you get more information, Candace.
Candace is her name. Okay, Candace. How many videos does Candace have? Let me just check this real quick. I gotta check Candace to see how many videos Candace has. Because if it takes you up to this point to realize...
What's up, Facebook family and friends? It's your girl Candy, and I'm here.
If it took this long, Candace, let me see. You've been doing this for 2 years, so I'm pretty sure you have a lot of videos up here. You have a lot of videos up here, Candace. So in all of this time of doing these videos, Candace, you didn't realize that you're supposed to see both sides of the story before you make a report? It's incumbent upon you to go back into all of your videos, Candace, Candy, whatever you want me to call you, sis. It's incumbent to go into these videos, sis, that you did and find the ones that you reported on that wasn't factual and you correct it. You have to correct it. You have to go in and you have to correct it. You gotta go in and you gotta correct it. You got to. You have to. You have a lot of videos up here. Let me see. I guess the videos with the most views are the videos with controversy in them. I guess Jesse Smollett is your highest viewed video. So I don't think that you have a lot of viewers or a lot of subscribers. But hey, you are more than welcome to come on the show. And
what's up, Facebook?
You are more than welcome to come on the show.
For you.
You are more than welcome to get this red pill I got for you. So I got a red pill for you. I got a red pill for you. I got a red pill for your audience. And if you want to come up here and you want to debate me on Trump policies or the Democratic state, first and foremost, do your research. Don't come up here just saying stuff, sis, because I'm going to make you look bad. I don't mind learning, but you have to understand that I'm a true historian. I love history. American history, world history, these are my things. So just when you come up here, if you're coming up here to debate, just be prepared, because if you're not, it's not going to be a good look. But if you're coming up here to have an open dialogue where we can have a discussion and I can talk to you about Trump supporters, you are more than welcome to come on the show. You're more than welcome to come on the show. You are more than welcome to come on the show, because I can open your eyes to Trump supporters, what Trump has done, what he plans on doing, and how it openly affects our communities. Oh, she just saw it just now. She just left a comment. She just liked it. Let me tell her I'm live right now. Let me see.
What's up, y'all? Candy Girl here with my 2 cents on Jesse Smollett. And more so, not about him, it's about me. And I'm just going to put that out there immediately. This is not a full recap on the whole situation.
She just liked a comment that I had. So I just went in and told her I'm live right now and I'm talking about her.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another.
Yeah, now I posted a video of an upcoming boxing match that's coming up too. It's an upcoming boxing match coming up from Earl Truth Spence Jr., who I have named and given the name the Boogeyman to. I called him the Boogeyman first. I called up on Dante's Boxing Nation, and I said he's the Boogeyman. And ever since then, the world's been calling him the Boogeyman. He absolutely is the Boogeyman. But to Candy, I just saw that you liked a comment that I made 16 seconds ago. You are welcome to come on the show to get this red pill, sis. Let me tell you what's going on with Trump. Let me tell you why people are supporting Donald Trump, why black people are supporting Donald Trump. Let me fully open up your eyes, because if you think you're woke now, sister, it appears to me that you have been sleepwalking for a very long time. You yourself, you said it in this post. Let me let this go.
Start blasting stuff on Facebook and saying that, oh my gosh, these are Trump supporters who are racist and who over here.
And FYI, sis, when you're doing reporting, take the gum out your mouth.
Doing this, that, the third, and all sort of stuff. Before I even start doing that, what needs to happen is I take the time to allow more information to come out before I make any snaps.
Or instead of taking the time to let more information come out, because you're getting the information from these liberal news sources that you know in your heart don't give a fuck about you or me. They don't care about the facts. They push shit in your face that they want you to take, regurgitate, and run with. That's why every last one of them, you need to go back and check my show, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Every last one of them regurgitate the same shit over and over and over again to indoctrinate you into the bullshit they want you to believe, so you go and you regurgitate it. I appreciate you coming out and calling yourself prejudiced, because it's clear that you are. There's nothing wrong with having black pride, but you have to understand something. As a black woman, you are the author of the human race. All humans come from Africa. To have a prejudice towards someone because they are lighter than you is to have a prejudice against your own child, your own children. The only thing that changes us as human beings are the cultures in which we derive from, but not from the source, not from the mother, not from God. And cultures are a great thing because it allows you to take in different great aspects of life, different ways of living life, different ways of appreciating life. And that's the only true difference that we have as a people in this country, is our cultures. The music, the way we dress, but that doesn't change the way we love. Everyone who's of any race, we kiss, we cry, we laugh, we hug, we fuck. This is how the human race continues itself. But as a black woman, you have an obligation to your babies. That's every race. You are obligated to every race. Why do you think black folks have been so nurturing, even during the course of slavery? It's not because they just was forced. It's because that's your nature. That's your nature. That is your true nature. You can hate what was done to your ancestors, but it wasn't done to you. None of that shit was done to you. You can read about things and find yourself upset because it happened to your ancestors, but the shit didn't happen to you. You are far gone from what once happened to your ancestors, to my ancestors, to our ancestors. So, but to harbor hate and allow this hate to continue and rest in your heart to a group of individuals who are not even responsible for what happened to your ancestors. They're here with you right now. It is direct prejudice, and it's bigotry as well.
Judgments, because now I'm looking stupid. So I was watching this clip of Trevor Noah on his show on, I think it's Comedy Central that he's on, because he's a comedian plus he's a news commentator. And he was saying that people were so quick to conclude that these were racist Trump supporters and all this other stuff without knowing everything. But the truth of it is that we, as the spectators, have some sense of prejudice in us that we want reaffirmed by evidence. So whatever comes out that reaffirms our prejudice, whether it's true or not, we use that, publicize it, and then use that as a means to say, yes, I was right about Trump supporters all along. They're racist, they're violent, they, take action against blacks and homeless.
They do? That's what you think, sis? That's what you think, sis? Here's Antifa attacking Black Lives Matter. in Dallas. They call him Uncle Tom. That's what they did. They started calling him Uncle Tom. You see Trump supporters all the time fighting Antifa. Supposed to be anti-fascists. They're fascists. They want to control your speech. They want to control the way you think, the way you feel, who you support. They're outside attacking anyone and everyone that's not with them. A bunch of pussies wearing masks, hiding their faces, and you'll see them attack Black Lives Matter too.
Get that motherfucker! That's it.
That was Antifa attacking Black Lives Matter. That wasn't Trump supporters. In fact, Trump supporters are attacked more than anyone in this country. You like to see it? Here you go. Her name is Candy. I open her eyes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Captured on film incessantly screeching about classmates' campaign hat she had snatched. She became the face of the stereotypical triggered college snowflake. After several minutes of childishly demanding that campus authorities punish me.
This stupid bitch sat there and cried. This hat means genocide. This hat means genocide. No, bitch, it does not. It does not. It means make America great again. Reinstate the values that once made America great amongst other nations in this world. Great with your freedom of speech, great with your ability to obtain jobs or become a business owner. Great because you have the right to vote who you want in office. Hold on. We can do this shit all day. We can do this all day.
Kleenex was made for this.
We can do this all day. We got all day to do this, sis. The only people being attacked around here are Trump supporters. Trump supporters. That's it.
Saying my point is about the nature of rules. And so in this particular case,
here is a kid being attacked by his teacher for wearing a MAGA hat.
How am I going to be your hat, not your beliefs?
Yeah, his hat triggered his teacher to call him an asshole.
Color, paint offensive.
Well, there's no rule about that. This is 100% about rules.
It's not about rules. It's about what people want to put on you, how people want to treat you. That's what it boils down to. This is what it boils down to. He did this to this little white boy. And the reason why he did it is because if that white boy was a big white man, a big Trump-loving white man sitting there, all 200 pounds or better, he wouldn't have said shit. I would fuck him up. Period. I would fuck his fat ass up. I don't know how the fuck he gets to be security in the first place. I would fuck his fat ass up. Just because you big and fat don't mean you can fight. Did this to this little kid. Did this to this little kid. And then afterwards, he uses the word nigga. Who's the racist? You ain't supporting shit, nigga. Hold on, wait. Who the fuck gave this guy a pass to use that word?
You ain't supporting shit.
Do you understand what the fuck is going on around you? He did that shit to a little boy.
What's wrong with this man in the video? An adult.
Now he's in prison. Now he's in prison. He lucky he's not sharing a cell with me to get his ass whipped.
Standing behind me, and they just started saying some crazy things, and we all were at the table, like we were shocked to hear some things like that. You know, they were saying, "Oh, I want to knock that hat off his head," or "I can't wait to hit that hat off his head," or "Oh, if I want."
People only do this shit to individuals they know they can do it to. People they see weak, or they know it's not. I'm confrontational. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna get all the smoke you asking for. See, this is what we got to deal with, Candy. This is what we got to deal with, Candy. This is what we got to deal with, Candy.
Accused of. He's on video doing it. So this seems like open and shut. This is going to be crazy. Bexar County Magistrate records show Jimenez is accused of attacking 16-year-old Hunter Richard at a San Antonio area Whataburger restaurant. Video of the confrontation in which the man is also heard uttering a racial slur. Okay, this guy grabs a hat off some kid, splashes more than just the kid with soda, like whoever, like his friend and him sitting there, and then he drops the soft A N-word. I guess when you're in a situation where you're physically attacking somebody, you know, splashing with a drink is a physical attack, and stealing from them, and then you call them the N-word, it's kind of using the racial slur against them. It's not like when you're using it as like a term of endearment like people do with their friends. In the wake of that, Jimenez was fired from his job at Rumble Bar and kicked out of the state Green Party. Donald Trump Jr. tweeted about Richard, "If someone can get me this young man's information, I'll get him a new MAGA hat signed by POTUS." Jimenez was booked and released from jail after his bail was set at $5,000. Not only was he fired from his job, the Green Party kicked him out. And I don't know if I have that story pulled up, but they basically said that they don't condone violence like this. And they said something to the effect that...
Oh, I want to bring it back. I want to see this fuckboy's face. This is face, y'all. This is face. He wants to shave his beard and all of that, try to look as unintimidating as possible. He pussy. Straight pussy. You do this to a little frail 16-year-old boy. You wouldn't do this shit to a man. See what I'm saying, Candy? There are more people out here being attacked for being Trump supporters than anything else currently right now. Show me a Trump supporter attacking a black person for being black, and I will stop doing any shows about Donald Trump. Show me a Trump supporter, a real Trump supporter, not someone faking and doing it and all that. Not no liberal white boy who's in a black person's community fake doing racist shit. Not that. Show me a real life Trump supporter, someone who has had footage up of supporting Trump, wearing MAGA hats, going to the rallies and everything else. Show me them approaching someone black and beating them up because they're black.
Homosexuals and all of this stuff. I mean, I truly was thinking to myself, look at this mess. Look at what Trump is doing to our country. Inciting violence and encouraging people to do...
Inciting violence and encouraging people. Trump has never told any MAGA hats wearers to go out and beat on gay people, throw bleach on them, and put a noose around their fucking neck. Sis, you would have to understand how crazy you sound right now, blaming that shit on Trump. Because even if it was true, even if Jesse wasn't a lying piece of shit, those actions come from the individual. You don't think that I have people who are Trump supporters that are bigots? Absolutely. Absolutely. I just had someone come on my post on Instagram and tell me that there's no such thing as black power. Yes, there is. There's white power, there's Latino power, there's Asian power. And so as long as people can believe or believe that they can tell you that you're not powerful within your ethnic group, that's a form of bigotry. It's a form of bigotry. It's a form of bigotry. Every group has power. Every single group has power. Every group. The man didn't give me a rebuttal on Instagram. You know why? Because I shut him the fuck up with facts. But it doesn't make him a racist because he's insensitive to other people's ethnicities. It just means that he's not educated on the facts. So he can be bigoted, sure. But it doesn't make him a racist. To be a racist, that means that you have the financial, the political ability to hinder a group of people from actually succeeding. Oh, I just named it Democratic Party. That's who the racists are. That's the true racists. The Uncle Tom sellout black niggas you got, selling your ass out, selling my ass out, getting the coin from these devil-ass white motherfuckers and promoting their agenda. All the while, 900 black babies will die every day, today, yesterday, the day before that, in abortion clinics. Every week. 6,300 black babies will die. Every month, 25,200 black babies will die. Every year, 302,400 black babies will die in this country. Every year. That's the average. That's the math. Who's promoting this black genocide? It isn't Republicans. Nope. They aren't taking stem cells from the murdered babies and selling them off. They're not pushing for late-term abortion, so even after a baby is born, you can just kill a baby so they can just harvest organs from it. No, it's not Republicans doing that shit. It's Democrats. You've been sleepwalking, sister. It's time for somebody to wake you the fuck up.
Do the things that they were too scared to do all along because we're supposed to be in a post-racial society. And here I am, just up and judging people that I don't even know, and quite frankly, people that I don't even know exist.
You know what? Now, here's where I give you a round of applause, sis, because you know what? You could have decided to remain ignorant. A lot of black people get into the nigga mode where they don't give a fuck. They know the truth and everything else, and instead of them reporting on it and saying what they did wrong, they'll continue to just ignore it. They won't say anything about their faults or their mistakes. They'll ignore it, and they'll move on to something else. But here's where you stood up and you did the right thing, sis. And for that, I give you this applause. I give you this applause because it takes a very big person to do this, sis. It takes a very big person to stand up and say, hey, I was wrong. But do you issue an apology? You admitted that you were wrong. It takes a big person to do that. Let me see if there's an apology in this video.
So for that, I will say that this has taught me that I am prejudiced, that I sometimes look for supporting information to justify my prejudice. And then I'm taking a very ignorant approach to it because I don't even know all the facts. And before I judge the next person for being prejudiced and judging and not knowing all the facts, before they just jump and say, oh, this black man did it because he looks like a thug. You know, I'm over here judging people for persecuting blacks, but at the same time, I'm over here judging and wanting people to be persecuted for just being a Trump supporter and really not knowing all the facts.
I haven't seen an apology to your followers, your subscribers, and to Trump supporters for furthering the miseducation of what actually took place. And that's the only thing I feel like was short of this. I commend you for coming up and saying that you were wrong. Be nice, Jada Jeweler. Show some respect. I commend you for coming out and saying that you were prejudiced. But the people who follow you, who watched you, who viewed these things, you owe an apology to. You owe an apology to them. As a leader, you can't deal with your own emotions and then project those emotions on others so they too can carry on with the same emotion. You have to bring them the facts. And you don't have to wait for facts to come out. You can actually go and do some digging yourself. You can go look into things yourself and present the facts of the case that you yourself have. And by doing that, then you find yourself more satisfied, one, but then you'll find yourself correct more than you find yourself wrong.
I really played into this man's hands. He had me like putty in his hands. And I should have known better and done better. Because as a person who is, trying to fight against discrimination in my day-to-day work, I should not be that biased to just jump on some bandwagon and I don't even know all of the information. That's just like the situation where there, and I'm really loose on the details, so you guys go ahead and just jump on me. And
I'm glad you tell you loose on the details, but you're still doing what you said you wouldn't do. And I educated you in the comments, and I told you that the young men in question, in which she's talking about, which was in D.C., we're gonna let her go from there. She's more than welcome to come on the show. I would love to have her on the show. The individuals in that case who are now suing CNN and the Washington Post and everyone else for hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're going to win. Actually, they will win. They didn't do anything. They were just there with their MAGA hats, and they were there on a school trip, and they were supporting the president at the same time. And that Indian, that Native American chief, approached them with his drums and started to play it. You had the black Israelites calling them incest babies and everything else. And these are kids. These are not adults that you can have a dialogue with or activist granny. Don't further it. Don't further it. Don't further it. I don't like that. I don't like the name calling. I don't like this person here. Isn't she actually is taking a great step, and by you guys getting in the chat and saying the shit that you're saying, you're doing a disservice to my platform, because this platform is meant to engage everyone, to bring a bridge so people can cross it, shake hands, and actually get an idea of what's going on. That's the whole premise of the show, not just exposing the people that are wrong. We are not going to allow name calling in the chat when someone isn't attacking us. She's not attacking us. She actually just stated her being wrong. And for that, she deserves a hand clap. She doesn't deserve to be called any kind of names or to be laughed at or to have emojis presented in the chat. Don't do that again. I don't like that. I don't like that. We're better than that. We don't do that shit here. We don't attack people who are not attacking us. We don't do that here. That shit is not cool. But in this case, sister, if you're still watching, those individuals were attacked by black Israelites who called them incest babies and all. And all of the things that they told these young white men. And here's the problem I have with the black Israelites. How can you call yourself a teacher, yet you condemn those who don't have the information that you claim that you have? How? How does it make you feel good to say all of these hateful things to these individuals who don't have the information that you have? I don't think that you're right. I would love to have any one of you on my show. We can debate that anytime you want, and I can show you where you're wrong. I mean, Brother Polite has already done it, but shit, I don't mind doing it either. But as a teacher, you are obligated to teach. You're not obligated to belittle anyone or to reprimand someone because of information you feel you may know that they don't know. You don't have the right to talk to young boys. They're boys, they're children. and call them disgusting names and discourage them from even reading about you or even helping your situation. How can you help yourself? You can't help yourself now. They're outside screaming with megaphones and asking for donations from people. That's what you're doing. You're playing into the same society that you claim that you hate, but you get that money in your pocket and you go spend it like everyone else. I call hypocrite. I call hypocrite. You cannot be a teacher and refuse to teach. It's impossible. It's impossible. We have an obligation as teachers to make sure that we teach and not ridicule. You cannot be for God and choose to ridicule those who you deem worthy of your ridicule. Because God said, for those who believe in me, come to me, and I will grant you salvation. That's anybody. That's anybody. That's anybody. Confess your sins to me, thy will be forgiven. That's anybody. He didn't say one color or this color or that color or this man or if you're a woman. He said anybody. So you can't be a teacher of God's laws and God's justice and then ridicule someone because they're simply here and alive and breathing. And most of you brothers out there doing the Black Israelite movement, y'all lighter than a motherfucker. You got a lot of white man blood in your veins. So are you hating yourself? Do you hate yourself? Is this the reason why your words are so venomous instead of encouraging? Is it because of a self-hate that you have personally? I'm just asking, because that's what it appears to be. We got to be better people. We have an obligation to teach those. We have an obligation to uplift those. And when we find someone is wrong, we have an obligation to teach them. That's what it boils down to. That's what it's about. We don't better people by ridiculing them. We actually keep them away from the message that we're trying to present. I love everyone in the chat. You know, Activist Granny, I love you. And, you know, people make mistakes, but we just don't do that in this chat. You know, in here, we those who need attacking, we attack them. But for those we know that are uneducated and they need to be educated, we educate those people. We uplift those people. That's what we do. That's what we do. I just had a great live with my brother Kingface, my younger brother Kingface, man, great dude, and he will be in charge of my urban engagement department once we get the race in full swing. We'll be going live again on Sunday, and I'll be having him on the show Friday. Friday, he will be on the show. We'll present his platform. I'm red pilling everybody. Everybody gets the red pill. Everybody gonna get this red pill. Everybody gonna get the red pill. If we alienate people like her and call her names, then it further. See how she said she had the prejudice in her and she looked for things to further her prejudice? That's what people will do with my channel. They're going to look for things that they can try to nitpick and look at so they can try to say that somehow or shape or form I'm pandering to racist people or something of the sort. People don't know what your race is. They don't have to know what your race is. They will just assume it. And then that allows people to nitpick at my platform and make it seem as if this platform isn't doing exactly what it is doing, which is waking up everyone together. All right? We're going to get out of here. We're hitting that hour mark. I want to thank everybody for being in the building. Shout out to my brother Uber Guy. Uber Guy, I got to come on your show. because they definitely aren't holding you. They definitely aren't doing you like they're doing me. They do me some kind of dirty. And I got to get you on a live. So I don't know how or what time you'll be free later, but I think I'm going to go live on Instagram later. And you need to join my live. You need to get your followers up and let Instagram hate on you like they hate on me too. I feel all alone that they're censoring me like they're censoring me. And they're not censoring you the same way. I don't really like that. You know what I mean? Let them censor you too. I'm gonna be on there live tonight. So all those who are following the Instagram, be prepared tonight. We're gonna have a red pill session with Uber Guy in the building. We'll be doing a lot of red pilling, a lot of talking about. We will talk about a lot of issues that's going on within our communities. Activist Granny, I love you. Jetto the Dawn, I love you. You are always supporting the show. You always send donations. So I don't think you guys are in any way, shape, or form, fucked up, anything like that. I just think that when we do joke and we make jokes and stuff like that, we got to be mindful of the things that we're saying because we don't want to discourage people from visiting this platform. What I think I'm going to do is I think I might erase what was said. Let me see. They don't even give me a chance to erase what you put. I'll let you guys, Activist Granny and Jetto, I'll let you guys go in and I'll let you guys erase it. So it's stricken from the record. That way it's not up there anymore. It's best we do it that way than we allow it to remain up there. We don't want it to remain up there. Because I didn't say what was said. I just said I didn't like the comments. So just go in, find some time, guys. Go in and make sure you guys erase those comments. And if you don't, that means that you left the chat. You probably was upset. And if you did, then that's on you. But hopefully you guys are in here still and you'll get in there and you'll erase the comments yourself. I have another individual who I was talking to before I go real quick. And I'm going to have him on the show later. And he's having issues with custody in terms of his children. And he wants to talk about it and bring some light to it. I have a lot of guests that I want to have on the show in the coming month. I want a lot of people to be able to come to the platform. I have something I have to address, but we'll get him on the show. I want more people on the show. Nah, it is. It does carry over. People can go in, activists, and they can see the live chat. They can see the live chat. They can see what was said in the live chat. So you can go in and erase it. It'd be better. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay American. I got someone on my Instagram I got to chastise right now. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And remember, fuck the other side, bitch. We don't care.